In this session, we'll talk about science with toddlers. Science has always been a passion of mine, and I recall having many science parties with my children as they were growing up because they were always fascinated by the principles of science. We're looking specifically at STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. Encouraging your child to use their observation skills will foster their natural curiosity for how things work in the world. It will also encourage logical thinking. As children continually ask you why questions, which happens frequently with young kids, use this as an opportunity to explain how things work. When looking at STEM, there's a lot of research that supports how STEM fosters the development of early math skills in children, and this leads to success later on in elementary school. Children can develop their understanding of science and math principles through play. Families do not have to buy fancy toys. If you look at this picture above, if you create slime together, children learn about solids and liquids. Having fun with activities in this format will encourage the development of the understanding of science. There are several instructional strategies to foster an understanding of science principles. STEM is about multisensory experiences. So as you recall, when children were babies, they were using many of their senses to develop an understanding of the world. This still continues in the toddler years. They're not putting things in their mouths as they once did, but they are using other senses to understand how and why things happen. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, children ages 2 and older should spend less than 1 to 2 hours a day on screens. So it's really essential to foster play using other methods. When using technology, there should be shared interaction with adults. Play encourages the development of science principles. So when examining life science, you can examine bugs outside, you can sort rocks or shells, you can even watch the life cycle transpire in other animals such as tadpoles and butterflies. I still have fond memories of watching tadpoles turn into frogs from when I was a young kid. Physical play includes play in water. This is a great summer or bath time activity. Playing in sand or Play-Doh also develops aspects of physical science. Finally, energy, light, and sound can be fostered through the use of pinwheels and kaleidoscopes. They are great activities for kids and fascinating. Using a mirror outside to reflect the sun or holding a seashell up to your child's ear encourages the understanding of science principles. Technology is found in all of our homes today. It's important to remember that there should be limits on the use of technology. There are many ways that children can build and also develop their technology skills through the use of Kinects and Legos. They can develop machines, and this also fosters technology. Using phone cameras is a great way to develop creativity. There's also many kid-friendly apps that foster creativity and logic, such as puzzles and interactive stories that develop a child's vocabulary. Engineering is one of the fascinating principles that children naturally engage in. Lego and block building are helpful to understand trial and error in the building process. I had a child that loved to build daily, and now he is driven to become an engineer. There are so many ways to develop math skills. Measuring with a tape measure is a great way to practice numbers and lengths. Patterns and sorting exercises expose children to early geometry principles. It's so important to remember that children learn best through play. So as you're engaging with your children to teach them all the important aspects of STEM, remember to do this in a play-like format.